It began like most things do, quietly. No fireworks, no grand announcement, just a voice in my head that finally got loud enough to ignore no longer. It said, "You're drifting." Not failing, not collapsing, just drifting slowly, quietly, aimlessly, days blending into nights, routines melting into noise. I was tired of showing up to my life half-hearted, tired of performing at 60% and pretending that was enough. So I made a decision, not dramatic, but absolute. For the next 30 days, I would live under discipline, hardcore, uncompromising. No alcohol, no sugar, no social media. Wake at 4:30 a.m., daily workouts, clean meals, cold showers, reading, journaling, deep work, early bed, no skipping, no excuses. I called it the 30-day discipline protocol. And on day one, I thought, this is going to change my life. I was right, but not in the way I imagined. Day one was powerful. I was focused, charged up, inspired. Everything felt sharp. I crushed the workout, meditated for 20 minutes, ate clean, wrote 2 full pages of clear thoughts. I felt like a machine, unstoppable. But day 2 reminded me, enthusiasm is easy. Commitment is tested in the repetition. The soreness kicked in. The novelty wore off. My cravings started whispering. I held the line. Barely, but I held it. By day 5, the voice of resistance was loud. It wasn't yelling. It was clever. You've earned a break. One scroll won't kill you. Just relax today. And I almost believed it. But then I remembered, discipline is not about comfort. It's about direction. I didn't want comfort. I wanted transformation. So I shut it down and kept going. Week 2 hit different. The energy wasn't there anymore. I was operating on grit. Everything started to feel slower, heavier. The workouts sucked. I hated cold showers. My food bored me. And yet I kept showing up. Not because I felt like it, but because I said I would. And that small act of integrity, keeping my word to myself, became my fuel. Because when the results don't show up yet, your word is all you have. By day 10, I noticed something subtle but massive. I had stopped negotiating with myself. The alarm rang. I got up. The workout started. I moved. The plate was clean. I ate. No drama. No bargaining. No should I, just action. And in that space between hesitation and movement, I found freedom. Discipline didn't feel like a cage anymore. It felt like a compass. Day 14 broke me a little. Emotionally, everything hit at once. I was tired, angry, lonely. No dopamine, no escape, no comfort food, no scrolling, just me, raw, exposed. And it hit me. I had used distraction to avoid emotions for years. The snacks, the reels, the background noise. Without them, my feelings rose like a tide. So I sat in it, I journaled, I cried, I walked in silence. And I realized pain isn't the problem. Avoiding pain is. That day hurt, but it was honest. And I'd rather feel honestly than fake fine. Halfway through, something shifted. I didn't need motivation. I needed structure. My day had rhythm: wake, move, fuel, create, learn, reflect, sleep. And that rhythm, boring to some, became the backbone of my clarity. I wasn't just being productive, I was being present. Fully. And that presence opened a door I didn't know existed: peace. Week 3 came swinging. My body had adapted. My mind was sharper. But now came the trap of overconfidence. I got this, I told myself. And then day 21 humbled me. I woke up late, missed my workout, ate like trash. It spiraled fast. And for a moment I thought, it's over. You ruined it. But then I caught myself. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about returning. So I took a breath, reset, forgave myself, got back on track. That day taught me the most. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. As I entered the final stretch, the benefits began stacking. My energy was stable. Sleep was deep. My thoughts were clearer than ever. I created more in 2 weeks than I had in the last 2 months. I read 4 books, wrote pages of insights. I was present in conversations. I wasn't chasing stimulation. I was grounded, centered, calm. Day 28 tested everything. I had a long day. I was tempted, hard. Pizza, phone, Netflix, the works. But I paused. I remembered who I was becoming. And I realized the test is the point. Without resistance, there's no growth. So I stared at the temptation and chose legacy over lust, mission over moment. And that night, I slept like a king. Day 30 arrived not with fireworks, but with stillness. I walked outside at dawn, air crisp, streets empty, heart full, and I asked myself, are you proud? I smiled, not because I completed the challenge, but because I had become someone I respected, someone who kept promises, someone who didn't run, someone who finally stopped being afraid of himself. Here's the truth. Discipline will break you. It will strip away the layers of comfort you've used to hide. It will confront every excuse, every weakness, every false belief. But then it will rebuild you, stronger, calmer, sharper. It will reconnect you with the version of yourself that's been buried under years of distraction. Discipline is brutal, but it is beautiful because it doesn't just change your habits. It changes your identity. It rewires your relationship with pain, time, self-worth. And if you let it, it will give you something no shortcut ever will. Self-respect. So, will you do it? Not for the results, not for the aesthetic, but for the freedom of knowing you can trust yourself. You don't need to wait for January or Monday or rock bottom. You can start right now. And if you fall, stand back up every time, because that's what the disciplined do. Not perfect, just relentless. If this story stirred something in you, don't scroll past it. This is your sign, your call to rise, to rebuild, to choose discomfort in service of your destiny. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the owl, and join me in creating a life built on discipline, not default. Your future self is waiting. You ready?